Good morning and welcome to the second of the investor matching sessions that we're doing here for Buying Platform this year. I'm Tom Horsey. I'm managing partner of an early stage fund called Ionic, and today I'm here to present and deal with the investor matching session that we're doing between Plug and Play and 5 of the startups that are on in the Bind program at present. So just to give you a quick explanation of how the session runs and what we're doing. So basically we've got Plug and Play, who, when I finished with the explanation of the Bind and the session today, I'll bring on Diego from Plug and Play, and he'll talk us through a little bit, describe Plug and Play, and then we bring on the startups one by one. They've got 3 to 4 minutes for a pitch, and then there's 5 to 6 minutes for Q&A with Diego. Now, we do allow questions to come in from the audience. So if you do have a question for any of the startups, and please feel free to put it into the chat. You're probably watching this on LinkedIn, but same goes for YouTube or for YouTube or for Facebook. And I'll put it up on screen and we will answer it. Just bear in mind that there is a slight time lag between you writing the comment and it appearing here on the system. So what we'd, if you're going to make a question, then because there's 5 to 6 minutes for Q&A, it's better that you make it at the beginning of those 5 and 6 minutes than at the end, because otherwise you might make it and it appears to me when the next startup's doing their pitch. Other than that, pretty simple. I'm still waiting for Diego. Sorry, that's why I'm looking in the background, in the backstage here, because I'm still waiting for Diego to connect. So just to talk through Bind very quickly. If you don't know Buying Platform, I highly recommend that you look into it. Basically, Buying Platform is an acceleration program that puts together corporates from the Basque Country together with startups from all over the world. Mainly Basque startups for obvious reasons, but we've had startups from Singapore. There's one from Chile at the moment. They're from all over the place. This is fantastic because it provides obviously an access to innovation to the corporates. I think there's about 70 corporate partners. Maybe it's a little bit less, but nearing that number. And it also obviously provides commercial validation to the startups themselves, which is of huge value, obviously, both in terms of ongoing sales and obviously the topic of today's event in terms of raising investment. I highly recommend you look into it. And then obviously on top of all that, which is the main point of the Bind program, where you've got excellent mentoring sessions and services such as today's, where we're helping the startups to get in touch with investors, and investors obviously to find innovative startups. In terms of the pilots with the corporates, all the pilots are paid pilots, and you can do pilots with more than one corporate. I think the record has been taken by one of the startups that are going to present today, where they actually have pilots running with 7 different corporates. So anyway, highly recommended. Do look into it, and I would certainly recommend you applying to next year's program when the time comes, which will be probably about September this year. So without more ado, I'll bring on Diego from Plug and Play. Hi, Diego. Can you hear me?
Hello,
yeah.
hello.
Got you. So Diego, if you've got a few minutes now, if you'd just like to present Plug and Play to those that don't know how you operate or what you do, and then I'll bring on the startups one by one. As they've got sort of 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not going to be too strict on the timing for the pitch. and then 5 to 6 minutes. Obviously, the longer they take on the pitch, the less time they've got for the Q&A, but 5 to 6 minutes for the Q&A. But anyway, the floor's all yours to present yourself and plug and play.
Thank you, Tom, for the invitation, and we're really happy to be part of this initiative from the Plug and Play Spain Ventures team. I am Diego Méndez. I have been at Plug and Play for 3 years, 1.5 in the Madrid office, but I actually started in our HQ in Sunnyvale. I have a background on material science and engineering, and I'm pretty much passionate about everything that can improve the current standards of industry, especially in the energy space, in the mobility space, and for the built environment. So what I like to call clean tech. Plug and Play in general is a more generalistic VC fund. We invest on over 27 verticals. We are a pre-seed and seed investor who is not leading investment. So we always co-invest with a small check between 50 to 100K. And really our value proposition is that we leverage another side of the business that we have in Plug and Play, where we deal with large corporates who want to start engaging with early stage startups. And currently we have more than 700 different corporate partners across the world in more than 70 offices. And essentially this allows our portfolio companies to grow in a faster pace because we allow these introductions that are pretty much valuable for working on pilot projects, on proof of concepts. And we provide our clients with a methodology that has been proven to be very effective. And we are actually, 2,000 challenges per year across the world. Almost half of those actually have a successful outcome, meaning a direct investment from our client into the startup, or perhaps a larger scale commercial agreement. And on our side, we are very proud to say that we are, according to PitchBook and Crunchbase, the most active early stage investor worldwide in terms of number of investments, with about 250 per year. A reason behind that is because our check sizes are a little bit smaller, but also because we are region and industry agnostic. But as I mentioned before, we have different teams with people that has backgrounds adequate to the different technologies in every sector. And I'm very happy to be here and learn more about the different startups participating in the program.
Brilliant. Well presented. So I'll bring on the first startup, which is Rebecca from Comexsoft. So Rebecca, here you go. Here's your presentation. So as I say, I'll be back in, I'll come off screen now. When you see me come back on screen, it's because you should have finished, or you should be finishing the pitch so that we can jump into the Q&A. And as I said previously, we do accept, and in fact we'd invite people to make questions during the pitch, but because there's this time lag, if you can make them a little bit earlier during the Q&A session, better, because then we can put them on screen, as you saw I did with Geordie and with Thomas. Okay, all right, Rebecca, it's all yours. I'll be back in 3 to 4 minutes.
So hi everybody, I'm Rebecca and I'm co-founder at Comexsoft. So we empower retail leaders in the fast-moving consumer sector to make smarter, faster, and more strategic decisions using real-time data. So nowadays, 60% of companies are unable to anticipate strategically. What does that mean? So that means that they miss trends, they react too late, and they lose market share. And this is specifically critical in the fast-moving consumer goods sector, where decisions need to be fast, accurate, and data-driven. So the problem isn't just the lack of data, it's the lack of actionable insight. So this is a huge opportunity. The global market intelligence industry is worth over $29 billion. Specifically in the consumer sector, that represents more or less $13 billion. And only in Spain, it's a huge market of $390 million. So we are targeting supermarkets and food producers, players who need sharper tools to win. That's why we created Comexsoft. Comexsoft is our platform that provides real-time market intelligence designed specifically for this sector. Helps companies track competitors, optimize pricing, spot emerging trends, and for example, make strategic moves confidently and data-driven. Our tech is 100% proprietary. We use different APIs integrations and advanced data scraping. We use a specific model that was created by us for us to process qualitative information. And we use strategic algorithms that identify concrete business opportunities. We already have an active MVP with active users using it. But what makes us different? So we focus not only on quantitative data, but specifically in qualitative data. We serve a specific needs. This is the fast-moving consumer sector, specifically in supermarkets and food producers. And our platform is objective, fast, and strategic. From pricing to innovation, we give teams the clarity that they've been missing. Our business model is clear, it's diversified and scalable. 70% of our income comes from our SaaS subscriptions from supermarkets and manufacturers. Our 20% will come from different APIs from companies that connect directly to our data, and 10% is custom reports that dives into these different product sectors and competitors. We also have different tiers of the SaaS subscription, that will be the basic, the advanced, some possible plugins, and we're working our Comex Pro that will be our most advanced subscription to the date. We have already been proven that this works. We have launched different proof of concepts and started conversations with industry leaders. This year, we have renewed 100% of our current clients, and we're continuing building this momentum. We have passed through principal accelerator programs such as Lanzadera, Berry Up, and right now we're in Startup Chile. So from our MVP to our proof of concepts in 2025, we're looking to grow our customer base, to strengthen our tech, and to scale it up into new markets, as we're doing right now in Chile. Our team is composed by two co-founders, my co-founder, Jose Manuel, expert in business and in international markets, myself also with broad experience in international markets, and our PhD in computer science, Victor Robles, that serves as our CTO. We have also an expert crew of engineers, scripters, and designers that have helped us bring this from the ground up, and we're ready to grow. So at Comexsoft, we believe that data should be empowered, not overwhelming. So we're building the future of decision-making for the specific sector of the fast-moving consumer goods sector. Now, we're looking for strategic partners to help us scale, to help us innovate, and lead this attractive sector that we're in. So let's talk. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Perfectly timed. Okay, again, I'll be back in 5 to 6 minutes.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. So I am sure that I come across Comexsoft before. It was a very good presentation. So as I mentioned before, I'm more familiar with the market when it comes to the energy or clean tech space, but I can definitely understand that there is also some type of sustainability impact in this efficiency gain that you can get from using this software. You mentioned that you are in a Startup Chile. I can tell by your surname that you are Italian. Perhaps I'm missing a little bit more of the history of the company, like where you actually founded and where are you currently operating in terms of like client base and so on.
Yeah, so I'm not Italian, I'm Spanish. Well, I'm half Spanish, half English. So we're based in Spain. We're based in San Sebastián. Both my co-founder and I, we met at university. Later, our paths were separated, but later we both worked in the in the industry that we're in right now, like in the food sector industry. I worked from London, making different reports for the Spanish embassy on this regard. And what we noticed is that the data was there, but it was like data from some years. It was very generic and it wasn't very specific. And customers were looking for specific information. So what we wanted to base this platform, this software, wasn't only prices, because there honestly there are a lot of platforms right now that investigate more on of the evolution of prices and all that, but more to the ground of which products are working right now, which are the new products, what are new tendencies, what is working and that right now. So right now, regarding your like second part of the question, like our customer base, and we're working with a big supermarket in Spain, one of the biggest ones in Spain, and we're working with them on a new line of products that they want to investigate if it's worth it working on it or not. For the moment, it's clear that it is, because since they've been working with us, they've like multiplied times 6 their income on that category. So that's very good news. And in right now we're in Startup Chile. We started in September 2024, and we were renewed because of our good insights on that. And we think that this market is very interesting as well, because here they're leaders in the supermarket sector as well, and food producers as well, such as Walmart, Cencosud, and we're in the means of doing a proof of concept with them as well.
Mm-hmm. So how many like pilots or proof of concept or paying customers you have right now?
Right now we have 3, plus the bind program, that will be 4.
Mm-hmm. Great. And I have one question for you, just to understand like the product itself. Essentially, like you are doing a lot of like scrapping and so on, but what is like for the people working in the supermarket to work with your tool? Do they need to upload certain type of receipts? Do they need to upload certain type of inventory from their already existing management tools, or manual inventories, or what is the process for them? And in terms of like how many people from the company is going to be using this tool, and if there are more than one, do you charge per user? How do you charge that?
Okay, perfect. So how we work is we obtain the data by, like you said, scripting information, but we don't need the information from the supermarket. After getting that data, the first data, we put in our model, and our model, it's a neurosymbolical model. I think that's how you say it in English. And what we need is information that we have. Obviously, if the supermarket, that's what's happened right now, for example, if they give us more information, our model is going to get better, because it's going to train better with more information. That's going to be better for them, because the output is going to be more specific. But we don't need that for the moment. What they have been asking is for information that maybe they even have, but they're not able to interpret. So that's where our value proposition mainly is. And regarding who would use our platform, our SaaS, that it falls on the different departments. Mainly, it's marketing, innovating products, like supermarket brand products, for example, just to make new products, or even commercial to get to sell or get to contact new possible providers for that supermarket. I mean, at the end of the day, what they mainly want to see, it's what's happening outside of them. Like, they know perfectly well what is happening with them, but what's happening in the outside, what's happening with the main competitors, and how can they be better to make it work better. So yeah, it's like different. It's like different. It falls in different departments. For example, in the supermarket in Spain, we started with one department, and they want to like amplify that to another 2 departments as well.
Got it.
We have one last question that comes in from the audience regarding nutritional data.
Yeah, we do measure nutritional data on the product, and as well, we have another API that we're connected to that gives us a nutritional data that we maybe don't find in the supermarkets. So with the data we have and with that API, we connect it and we make like full product. Let's say, I was going to say in Spanish, fichas de producto. There's like main like technical reports on each of the products. Yeah, we do that as well.
Okay, and I can see in LinkedIn, but it hasn't appeared on StreamYard for some reason. It must be an error. That Geordie Hilly was asking about what do you mean by strategic partners, and then we'll jump to the next startup.
Strategic partners in what sense? Sorry,
he says that you said you're looking for strategic partners. And
yeah.
I think you mean what type of strategic partner are you looking for?
Yeah, so mainly our focus right now is to work together with supermarkets and food producers, but also with this type like buying program. That's really helpful for us because that makes us work with corporates a lot faster. So that for me is a strategic partner, somebody that's able to make us grow, to make us visible. Startup Chile can be another strategic partner as I see it, because is a platform that goes a lot faster than just going knocking on doors like, hi, I have this. I think it's a lot faster to do it that way.
Yeah. It's the go-to-market is much easier. Okay, thank you very much, Rebecca.
I would say one last on my side, Rebecca. I have spoken to my colleague Jesus, who is leading the food tech vertical. So I might get back to you to do like some type of follow-up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diego.
Perfect. Diego, we're missing your video at the moment. I don't know if you switched it off or if something's gone wrong. But
just allow me 1 minute. Allow me 1 minute, but you can let in the following startup. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so Urko, this is why I asked everyone to share their screen before. Can you share your screen, or is the backstage full?
It's a PDF. I am uploading now.
Okay. For the rest of you, if you could start sharing before you come on, but some of you are sharing a little bit early. But well,
yeah.
This is, you now see why I ask people to share before they go on, because then I just click on it and it all goes fluidly.
It's loading, but it's not. It doesn't go very well. Okay.
So Unai, that you're next. Remember, take this as an example of what can be improved on. Oh, he's already sharing his screen. He's done it mega fast. Okay. It's not there yet.
Our presentation is quite simple. If you want, I can start speaking.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it, and then I'll add it in as soon as it appears. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Is there?
Oh, now it's ready. Brilliant. Okay. All right. I'll be back in 3.5 minutes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Urko from Dataka. I'm the owner. Okay. I'm the founder, and we automate business tasks using smart AI. And our goal is to save time, reduce cost, and help companies grow. Okay. We're gonna do a quick presentation because I think that the point is only to understand the principal problems. Okay. We have 2 senior partners, low degrees, and 18 members of the company. All are seniors, and all have a very big backstage. Okay. We work for a lot of companies. And what's the opportunity? Okay, many companies find it hard to hire and retain skilled workers. It's also a challenge to ensure key knowledge stays in the company and to manage generation change. These issues make it harder to maintain performance and plan for the future. Almost every company still has manual process. Hiring costs are also rising, making it harder for companies to scale their teams smoothly. Companies are becoming aware of the benefits of AI, but many still don't know how to integrate it because the processes are often broken and structures and unclear. So they keep doing them manually. Management teams are pushing business to get started with the AI to stay competitive and not fall behind. And then now are able to listen. What's our solution? We create custom AI agents for each company. Digital workers designed specifically for their needs. These agents integrate seamlessly into the organization like the other project, working with the existing process and systems. This means there's no need to redesign operations or adopt new tools. They are autonomous, but collaborate closely with other humans workers and make real-time decisions. you see all the companies are trying to automate hard work, some manual works, okay, but not in the part of the companies that have like human resources, account or whatever. How we do? We invest the last 2 years in technical development to create our unique agents framework. Our technology includes over 200 ready-made connections to common business tools like email, WhatsApp, CRMs, databases, APIs. This allows us to quickly build and deploy tailored AI solutions for any company, and ensures our agents can work like real team members, even when the processes are unstructured or tasks are not linear. They fit right into the company workflow without needing changes. Our business model, quite simple. We charge annual service fee for each digital worker, reducing costs by half compared to the traditional human labor. We give digital workers to the companies. The momentum. This was launched on October, okay, because we were working on optimization process, but we stopped the company to make the investment on of those 2 years working with the AI. We have reached the 75% of the yearly target, and we have a profit of 30% normally, and we think that we are going to stay this year on 300% of the annual budget, and we think that we can increase in every client in 4 times. We don't.
Urko, if you don't mind, we'll jump straight into the questions. The stuff that you're missing, he can ask. Diego can ask him the questions. Diego, all yours.
Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation. I was going to ask about the business model, but you just explained that. I guess I'm trying to understand in terms of cost for the company. What is the onboarding and development process? Because you said tailor copilots or tailor AI agents. So this like you have a customer with a problem, and then how much does it cost you in terms of time and resources to come up with their
normally? Yeah, understood. Normally you have ready the solution in 2 months. We are not exactly made. We made tailor solutions, but we not made tailor development, because we have like a piece of Lego that we mix together and make the solution for the client. In 2 months, we have, for example, if you need to automate all the sales department, during the calls, the mails, the batches, and all of the proposals, we do more or less in 2 months.
And when you, for example, say that you have the building blocks, is that like a proprietary technology?
Yeah, totally. You have to know that we start like 18 years ago. We have worked in a lot of big companies, and we are making like in 10 years or more or less microservices, okay, that are connected to SAP HANA, to the different Salesforce or whatever, okay. And those 2 years we have focusing on make an AIs connected to all those things. Then we can integrate directly an AI, but connected directly as a worker. I mean, the problem is that you have when you start an automation is that always the people say, okay, I have SAP HANA, and I'm not gonna check that, and I have to fix the small problems with persons doing manual things. Then we cut those things and we automate directly. We connect with SAP HANA, but we also connect with email, for example. We work for a company that we have automated all the human resources, and we talk directly with the employers, but we give the bills. We control all of the information, but also we do the administration. Well, it works. I mean, we hire, we fire, we do all directly.
I would love to see a demo, 100%, because for me, like, I know a lot of AI agents that have decided to go like, instead of go into one specific task that they can do, so they are way more scalable, and they only do like 1, 2, 3, 4 tasks. You know, the onboarding process for the customer is literally just connecting to their API, and they can literally start working on it. So what would you say is the advantage of having something like yours compared to, like, I don't know, like Sintra AI that has like this agent for cold outreach? Then there is another one specific for nurturing.
This week I have had 6 meetings with companies that work for Mercedes, Lamborghini, and whatever, and they have proved all of them. What's the problem? That your system, so your workflow normally is broke, and it's quite hard to have an eye in one point and give all the information to them, because normally you say, okay, I have to analyze your accountant. Yeah, but you reach a mail with a person that says that tomorrow we're gonna increase the profit, or we're gonna have a problem in there, and this is in an Excel or in a PDF or wherever. Then we make custom solutions, but we don't development on custom. We make like Lego. So we follow the.
So you have the architecture
system. Repeat.
You have the architecture.
Yeah. So we have a lot of pieces at the architecture, and then imagine that we are Lego. You have all the pieces separately, but you can do the castle, the house, the ship, or whatever. No, we normally make standard parts of the products. We make collections, but we have all the pieces for create your custom solution. But we don't make custom solution for you. So custom pieces for you. We make custom solution for you, merging pieces.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there for the questions. Thank you very much, Urko. I'll take you off now, and I'll bring on the next one. That's Unai from where are you? Here you go, from Inspectrail. And here's the presentation. Oh, I'll disappear off now, and I'll be back in 3.5 minutes, Unai. Good luck.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Unai Alvarado, and I am the co-founder and CTO of Inspectrail, a spin-off company of Fate Research Center. We help railway companies save lives and cut maintenance costs. And why is that? Because there is a big problems in railways. Failures, delays, accidents, even people dying. But why is that? Because poor maintenance of the infrastructure. Now, is there any solution to that? The answer is yes, but now let's map current monitoring solutions, taking into account cost and data generation. First, we have portable solutions, and they require manual operations. They are cheap and not very operative. Then we have sophisticated and expensive trains, plenty of high-end inspection systems. On the other hand, we have different solutions, normally expensive, only focusing on a specific asset in the infrastructure. Inspectrail offers an affordable solution that can be installed in any railway vehicle. Our solution is modular, scalable, offering a 360-degree view of the infrastructure. We have 2 business models. First, product sales is a one-off purchase plus recurring revenue in the form of maintenance and license fees. And second, we offer inspection as a service. It's like a subscription model. Our ticket size goes from 20 to 100K per year for a 5-year contract. We have different customer segments. from infra managers to vehicle manufacturers. Our market is huge and it is growing year by year. In Europe, we plan to capture 95 million euros in the next 10 years. Our go-to-market strategy is based on the execution of proof of concepts with clients. Currently, we have 4.4 million in active proposals, and we plan to close deals this year valued in 950K. This is our team. We have two co-founders. Pablo is the CEO with a solid background managing international industrial teams. I have been working at TEIT Research Center for 20 years, leading the railway research group. And Jaione Alejandro also comes from TEIT, having contributed to the development of our technology. Our other two partners are TEIT as technology partner and Spree Venture Capital. We plan to grow 100% per year to reach 30+% EBITDA in year 6. We are fundraising right now and are looking 1.2 million for the end of the second quarter this year, mainly to develop and certify our products and the go-to-market strategy, hire salespeople, and do more pilots with clients. So far, we have 800K. And why now, you might be asking? Because now is the moment. There is a high need in the market. The market is huge. It is growing. And now there is a good opportunity to contribute to an automated and digital railway. So thank you very much for your attention.
Brilliantly timed and very well done. Diego, you wouldn't believe it, but Unai we've been helping him with their training to do the pitching, and he's improved enormously as we've gone along. Anyway, congratulations.
Honestly, it's a very nice pitch.
Yeah.
I would say some feedback just in general for the rest of you guys, because you were the first so far who spoke about how much you guys are raising. So I would say for any of the startups who find that the final goal in this presentation is to get investors, then you should end up by just saying how much you are raising, which I missed for the previous two companies, which I guess they are not. But yeah, thank you so much for the presentation. And I was trying to connect with you before this event, so it's great that I finally get to know you. So I would like to understand who has committed this 100K and what is the valuation?
Well, thanks, Diego. As it is a public, let's say, stream, I cannot disclose yet. I can give you the details before if you want, in terms of valuation and who is committing. I can say that the current partners are following on, and new partners are adding up right now. But I can yet disclose this conversation in public, so we can speak later if you want.
No worries, no worries. I understand. Thank you so much. Then I will go for more like generalistic questions. In terms of the spin-off situation, how is the IP and all of that? Is the SAID also part of the company, or it's more like another type of agreement?
Yeah, currently SAID is part of the company. Is a shareholder in the company, and it has transferred, let's say, the technology to Inspectrail. So now we have the technology. We are the only ones for sure that can exploit this technology, and we have the benefit of having SAID as a partner to cooperate in further developing this technology.
Mm-hmm. I guess another question I have for you, in terms of your revenue projections, what is the percentage that you expect for the subscription model and for the hardware?
Well, it is something that yet we have to prove, because we have our go-to-market, let's say, that has started very recently, and we are seeing different scenarios. For example, private people that operate construction work, let's say maintenance for public infrastructure managers, they prefer buying the equipment and then rely on the maintenance and licenses. On the other hand, public railway operators, more or less urban operators that are smaller company, they have few resources. They prefer those inspection as a service, let's say. In any case, we have recurring revenue. When we have a purchase, then there is a big purchase upfront, and then it is more or less 10% per year in recurring revenue.
I have an interesting partner for you guys, so we should definitely have a follow-up call. I guess that, I don't know, for the pilots that you have done so far, what have been the results?
Well, the results have been great, because if we look at the track, for example, previously our customer had to go take measurements, and they then spent 1 to 2 months just filtering out the data, working out with the data, and then doing some analysis. And then 3 months later, they carried out new measurements again. Now the current situation is they do the measurements. A day later, they have all the data processed, all the data filtered out, all the defects and stuff calculated, and everything set for analysis. So this is in terms of the track. In terms of the other monitoring systems, such as the communication monitoring system, results have been great. And in this case, there are no other similar solutions in the market. So there are a lot of interest in having these kind of situations.
Got it. All right. So I don't know if you have like my email. I can put it in the chat, and then we can do a follow-up call if you want.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Diego. I got it.
Yeah, they've got you from the meeting invite itself as well, also on calendar. Okay, all right. Well, Unai, thank you very much. We'll
thanks,
let
Tom.
you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll bring on Gorka. Gorka, you haven't followed the instructions and you're not sharing your screen, so do it as I put you on. Please start sharing your screen. And then it's all. So I made reference earlier to a startup that had hit the record of paid pilots in Bind, and that is Lowerton. So I'm sure you'll find the presentation interesting. Okay, so Gorka, it's all yours. I'll be back in 3.5 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much, Tom. Hi, you. Okay. As you know, technology advancement is accelerating, and it's forcing companies to innovate faster and faster. But 80% of companies aren't already ready to scale that innovation, and this is a big lack of organization in these companies, and this lack of methodology, and this lack of people working on that. So. As you know that with this problem, it's very important to know that the speed of innovation and implementation determines the competitiveness of the organizations, not only companies but also governments, also everyone. So that's why we create this innovation as service platform. We create this a systematic, scalable innovation management powered by AI, enabling companies of all sizes to transform the innovation process. How does it work? We went to talk with some of the most important companies in Europe, as Enel in Italy, in Spain, BBVA, and in Germany we talked to the innovation departments of Airbus, and with this we create this methodology. This is a Lowerton methodology, and with this methodology also we create a platform, and later we create another layer that is the layer of the knowledge, and those are AI agents that can help with this in this platform. They can help to our clients to manage the technology in a scalable and in a systematic way. So right now we are working with these clients that they are from the Bind platform. We are very happy, and we are helping these companies with our technology to accelerate and scale the innovation of the companies. How do we do this process? There is a full process. Is the full process of innovation of the companies. It starts with the discovery of business needs. Is in which parts of the company can we these companies can have opportunities to perform better, to be more sustainable, to be more with a cheaper process. Everything that is an opportunity of doing better in the company is what this AI agent working with the managers of the company helps to find these business needs. The second step is scouting of solutions. The platform helps to these companies to find solutions on the market, and it's a scouting platform that works especially well because with the first part of the process is this discovery of a business need is a deep process about the problem. So when we have a lot of information about the problem, the scouting of solutions is a huge resource for the company. And at the end is the monitoring of the POC, how all the innovation of the company is working. Imagine that you have 50 projects at the same time, how the innovation department can work on that. We went to the market just a few months ago. Yes, we start in September and we finished our MVP, or finished. We never finished the MVP, but we went to the market just in November, and we start with some clients. Last month you can see there we are increasing and we are growing very fast, and now we are opening to an investment round of 1 million, maybe a little bit more, because we have interest in German VCs working the company, because for us the German market is the market that we are starting working right now, and is increasing the interest of the German companies. And now we start with a German bank in the next month. So by the end of the year, we are very sure that we will reach the 1 million of ARR. And our team is.
Gorka, sorry, I'm going to cut you off there so there's time for Imanol, but Diego can ask what's missing in the question. So Diego, all yours.
Thank you, Gorka. It was a great presentation. So super interested because it seems like you guys are doing the same as Plug and Play in the innovation side. So I would love to see how we are really stepping into each other's feet for that. If you can share a deck so I can talk to the rest of the team and see if there will be any opportunities. Obviously, if you are happy with that, being mindful that we are kind of offering the same services somehow. But really our task is to propel startups who are offering any type of service to corporates. And eventually, I think there might be a way in which you can even support what we are doing. But when I have a question here, when you talk about scouting, do you do technological scouting or service providing scouting?
No, it's an giant that is trying to find the best market depending on what are the needs of the company, and we are only a software as a service, so it's not we don't do any consulting works with it. It's just it's an SaaS. Our tickets are from depending on the size of the company, but it's from 25K a year to 100,000K.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of the type of information that you give to your clients, you are giving them what technology can solve their problem, or you are giving them what
Both.
company specifically?
Both. It depends of the department. It depends on the company. We give both, because sometimes they first need to understanding what's the technologies that they are on the market, the state of the art of the technology, and later they can select which technology is better for them, and after that they select the companies that are working on that technology, just as a vendor, or maybe there are different process. Where maybe sometimes they need to do an open innovation process with these companies, or there are many roadmaps depending of the project. And it's a sophisticated and it fits for all kind of companies and all kind of projects. And you can see the platform because it's very sophisticated on the process.
Sure, I would love to see like the type of database that you use to find the actual service providers. In terms of like price and things like that are not publicly available. For example, we are working in our own database, which has already like 100,000 startups that we have met in Plug and Play. And for us, that has taken like 10 years to build. So I'm just trying to understand to what extent you are relying in reliable information to provide this insight to your clients. Like even in ChatGPT, like I'm not sure if you connect to like a GPT or something, but I was asking for like information about market information, and it wasn't even giving me like the exact number. I asked what bank account in Spain is giving you more interest rate, and they told me this one gives you 4%. And then I went in online and it was 4% in 2022. So how do you overcome these challenges that might come from a bad
this is the magic that we have behind the technology. I can show you because our clients are very happy with that, because we give them not exactly only the exactly vendor, and we are not only working with our clients. They are not only need startups, they also need the established corporates, because we give them the solutions for their problems, for their needs. Sometimes they come from startups, another time they came from the big companies. So they are looking for solutions, not only for startups. But
I know, but just trying to say that even for large companies, it's difficult sometimes to access their prices, their technical specs, unless you speak directly to a salesperson that can sell you like a brochure about the actual product, right? But I would love to keep speaking. Like, you have my email, so if you can reach out, and then I will involve a couple of the team members just to see how we can work together.
Okay, happy to share that.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Gorka, and well timed, Diego. I'll let you go now, Gorka, and I'll bring on
in 8 minutes, so I hope we can stay on time.
I know. So, Imanol, it's all yours. Please start presenting.
Thanks, Don. Hi, Diego.
Hi,
I am Imanol Olaskoaga. Hi, Diego. I am Imanol Olaskoaga, CEO and co-founder of Powerfultree. Here's why we award your investment. Okay, our solution is something that gives you energy and food from the same plot. Our elevated structure protects crops and machinery can operate below. The opportunities of agrivoltaics, because the prohibitions are arriving against photovoltaic, not agrivoltaic, especially in Europe, not in France and Italy. Our challenge too is to make profitable the solution without subsidies. Now the companies are selling solutions with subsidies. Our roadmap since 2021, we built first elevated agrivoltaic in vineyard in Spain, and we will have 13 projects by 2026. Repsol and Iberdrola are on board, and as I told, we want to give to the market the first solution with the subsidies by 2027. Our team, all engineers in agri and PV energy. Me, Juan Diego, and Alvaro, we are the three co-founders. Our clients are farmers, energy companies, and energy consumers. The market is huge. All the people normally say the same, but it's really huge. If load changes, or photovoltaic will be made with agrivoltaics. Just in Spain, we expect 46 million in revenue by 2013. Our portfolio, 13 agrivoltaic projects with majors like Iberdrola and Repsol in the energy, and farmers like Entre Canales, Domecq, and Nufri. The revenue sources business model, okay, we are charging companies where our end is 10% of the project capex of agrivoltaics. We are an engineering, and approximately 5,000 euros per year for each project in the operation, covering in the first engineering and execution, and consultancy in the operation. Okay, next steps, as I told, is to make a solution profitable without subsidies and able to work with the big machinery in the farmland. No? Our competitors, mainly European, French, and Italian, and our difference will be, as I told, our profitability and solutions for the big farmlands, big crops. Our metrics, we are profitable since 2023, and we are raising 550 Ks because we want to develop a this 2027 solution. I can say that we are a certified deep tech startup driving profitable subsidy-free agrivoltaics. We are raising 550K to launch the solution 2027. We asking you to build together the future of agri-energy.
Okay, a question here. Thank you so much, Imanol, because I'm a little bit behind on time, and I know this sector very well. Is this the first time that you guys are fundraising?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a follow-up meeting. Do you use bifacial, or you use shading for, like, what is the scope of the photovoltaic project?
We are using bifacial with tracking. We have an algorithm that is tilting the panels, and we are giving the energy to the panels to produce electricity, but mainly the light to the crops. This is our message.
Are you hardware agnostic?
We are more interested to develop most complicated technologies, because the difference is when you can retain the customers. No, our solution, we can work with a fixed photovoltaic, but we prefer to develop the tilt in the tracker agrivoltaic to differentiate to the market.
But the cell is from market available, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I have little time, but the conversation. I would say one more question for you. How many founders do you guys have?
We are 3 main founders.
And who's the cap table? Like, do you guys own 100% of the company so far, like the 3 of you?
Yeah, quite close to the 100%. It's not exactly 100%. And there are some options by companies like Repsol for the next rising. No?
Mm-hmm. And last thing I would say, like, if you can disclose the valuation, otherwise we can set up a follow-up call and we can speak more in detail.
Yeah, I prefer to analyze which is with your interest, because we are looking for companies that are giving us some value, no, like projects. Sure. Or
let's talk about it, and I will try to show you how we can support companies like Powerfultree.
Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.
That was the question from Jordi as well. Well, so thank you, Imanol.
Tom, but thank you so much for inviting us.
No worries. That's it. Thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully maybe see you next year again.
For sure. You're in Barcelona, Tom?
I'm between Seville and Barcelona.
Oh, okay. For sure. Let me know if you're also in Madrid if you want to grab a coffee or something. Nice to meet you. All right.
Okay, cool. And you. Bye-bye. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We'll be back for the third session shortly, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you for the guys that have been asking questions. It always makes the session more dynamic. And thank you for everybody that did their presentations today. Okay, all right. Bye-bye, guys.